Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're looking at NIO. So NIO electric car sales skyrockets in April 2023. What's driving the surge? This is big news, to be honest. NIO reports 31% increase in electric car sales for April 2023. So in April, NIO saw another rise in electric vehicle shipment worldwide. Compared to the same month last year, the Chinese premium EV Pioneer delivered over 6,658 cars, an increase of 31%. This is an encouraging indication, and we expect a fresh influx of models later this year. NIO sales include 1,713 crossover electric SUVs as well as 4,945 sedans. Now, the company no longer break down the numbers by each model, but note that the majority of units were from the ET5 and ES7. That's phenomenal because the ET5 is the cheapest NIO model. It's also the one that's coming to the UK the soonest. It's the first model, I believe, that's coming to the UK. I hope it gets here tomorrow. Seriously. As soon as I can test drive that car, I want to. Remember to subscribe to our newsletter, by the way. That's the best way to stay up to date with everything we do. There will be a link in the description to subscribe to our newsletter. You can also go to the website and subscribe. I just have to say as well, I seen this image and I was like, damn, that's a good looking car. I also seen the same car from the top, from the air. And this is one good looking car. You know, this is absolutely phenomenal. Now, NIO Global Infrastructure Development Update, April 2023. As of 30th of April, NIO has built up to 114 NIO houses, 276 NIO spaces, 292 NIO service centers, 52 NIO delivery centers, 1,398 power swap stations. So as for the newly added NIO spaces, 8 NIO houses, 9 NIO spaces, 1 in Europe actually, 8 NIO service centers, 59 power swap stations, 1 in Europe, 116 power charge station, 1 in Europe, connection with 27,600 plus third-party chargings, 12,000 plus in Europe. 114 NIO houses, 4 of which are in Europe, 276 NIO spaces, 6 are in Europe, and this is what's always been there. The newly added one as of April is one new NIO space in Europe, 1 new power swap station in Europe, 1 new power charge station in Europe as well. But in the entirety of Europe, 4 NIO houses, 6 NIO spaces, 36 NIO service centers. Phenomenal. Absolutely incredible. Power swap stations, 14 of which are in Europe. There's 1,398 worldwide. So that's what I like to see. This is a look at where NIO is operating. Norway, Sweden, Germany, of course, Netherlands. So they're coming to the UK quite soon. Now, NIO has delivered a total of over 37,000 electric vehicles in the past year, representing an increase of 22% compared to the same period last year. Now, when I say in the past year, that's meaning this year thus far. In this year thus far, they've delivered over 37,000 vehicles. That's pretty darn good, I'd say. Now, although it's concerning that crossover SUV sales have dropped almost to 60% when compared to the preceding year, this could be contributable to their switch to new models and maybe temporarily. Now, in 2022, NIO sold over 122,000 vehicles. That's across the globe. Of course, they're mostly operating in China and they're branching out into Europe, which is really good to see. Now, this was a landmark for the company who shift from the NT 1.0 platform to NT 2.0 platform. This transition included introducing the ES7 or EL7 in Europe and ET5 models. Here's a quick look at the interior of a NIO vehicle. I am telling you, they look good. They look very nice. The only thing I don't particularly like, I wouldn't say I don't like it. I would just say I'm not sure if it's the right direction to go. And that's the display, the infotainment system. It's a square, kind of like a square. It's not a perfect square, but it's kind of like a square. I'm not sure that's the best thing to go for, you know, because landscape displays, they're typically more like a computer. That's what everyone is developing for, and it just works a bit more a bit more seamless, a bit more built in. It's a bit more better overall. In Polestar's latest vehicle, they've switched away from the portrait display. So it'll be interesting to see if NIO takes a similar strategy quite soon. Here's some more official numbers, right? So we know thus far, in April, they deliver over 6,658 vehicles, 31% year-over-year increase. Right now, what they're working on ramping up is the EC7. They've also started deliveries of that. I wrote an article about that, and you can check it out because I wrote that article today. There it is, already published. You're welcome. Check it out, see if you like it, leave a comment, feedback. I welcome it. Throughout the entirety of this year, 4 months thus far, NIO delivered over 37,699 vehicles year to date in 2023, increasing by 22% year over year. That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. That's what I like to see. So it's going to be really interesting if NIO can hit those targets that they set out to hit. Because I wanted NIO to accomplish 150,000 vehicles. It's reasonable for this year. However, I wanted them to accomplish 180 to 200,000. I get it. That's a bit out of the park. But I wrote an article earlier this year saying that NIO could accomplish way more, closer to 300,000. Here's a quick video from Yahoo Finance. Let's just check it out. Check it out, and then we'll do a quick price analysis.
And here's just in terms of the reopening process, how long will it take for the economy to recover? So many Chinese have been hurt just in terms of the underperformance that we have seen this year because, and really over the last couple of years, because of the hard stance that Xi Jinping has taken with it.
Hold on a minute. I'm looking at the share price right there, and it says $10.10. I'm looking at the share price of NIO right now. It is $7.45, which is really good. I want to buy some more. By the way, it's not financial advice. I'm thinking this is probably an old video. Especially because they're talking about Q4. We're nowhere close to Q4. What's the point in talking about Q4? So this video is probably an old video of NIO. I think it is because usually if Yahoo has newer videos, it would usually be right there, just below the price of the share, just around this area. Right there where you see NIO Inc. provide April delivery updates. A new video would usually be right there. This video is not. So I'm sorry for that misleading messaging. I thought this was a new video. That's my bad. Because I was like, wait, the stock price is completely wrong. $10. It's like, that's yesterday's news. That's last year's news. Certainly not this year. Anyway, listen, that's why I felt strange. I was thinking to myself, I wasn't expecting NIO to deliver 48,000 in Q4 this year, or even 39,000, 38,000. I'm expecting 50 plus thousand, 60 to 70,000. Anywhere from 50 to 70,000. That's what I'm expecting. So around 60,000 in Q4 this year. That's what I'm expecting from NIO. That's not easy to accomplish either. But the market always does better towards the end of the year. That's just how it works. The start of the year is always a sleeper. Everyone is about to go on vacation. Comes June, July, August, summertime. Everyone's going on vacation. Everyone's spending their money. The beginning of the year is dry because everyone spent their money on Christmas. So the beginning of the year is dry. The end of the year, October, November, September, yeah, things start to change a little bit, and that's what I'm waiting for. I still like where the NIO share is right now because this is a really good price point. They delivered over 122,000 vehicles last year. It is undervalued, to say the least, but it has been going down in the last 6 months. That's the difference. That's a huge difference. It's been going down by a lot in the last 6 months. That's a huge difference, and this is NIO compared to a few other EV companies, such as Li Automotive and XPeng. This is the share price for NIO. NIO has been losing a lot more. It's been losing a lot more. But surprisingly, it's the brand that's been doing the best. When it comes to which EV brand in China is doing the best, well, first, I think it's Tesla. But pure Chinese EV brand, I think it's NIO. Or is it BYD? I think it could be BYD. Excluding Tesla and BYD compared to Li Automotive, XPeng, I think it's NIO. So it's surprising that the share price is dropping this bad. But I take that as a good thing. a share price at $7.45. So that's in dollars. I buy in pounds, which means that it's a little bit cheaper for me. That's just under seven pounds, probably £6.50. Yeah, so I'm gonna check what's the price I bought NIO in the last couple of months and compare it with the price now. That's typically how I buy shares. I buy it based on price levels. So if I buy shares at $6, I'm very unlikely to buy it at $10. But if I buy shares at $6, I'm very likely to buy it if it goes to $5 or $4. I'll buy it based on levels, but levels going down, not going up. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Sorry for the confusion. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you in our next video.